morning, good afternoon, good evening, or dead of night as it may for some of you people. This is the Racing Channel. This is Grass with you live for our coverage of the Grand Prix in Vegas. Again, yes, a lot of you. It is 9:45 p.m. track time, 7:45 p.m. We are a few minutes away from timer's a little. Let's see, timer's fast on screen. It's about 5 minutes, 27 seconds away from the race itself right now. So I want to thank shout out Shay, Paula, Dark, Ella's here, Andy's here. We have a new person. Trips joined the family tonight. Thank you for joining, my friends. These are the people who've joined the channel on YouTube. Getting those that are here. I'm doing a shout out for them. So killing a bot. Let's see what else. Yeah, so I want to thank those of you. Those are the Racing family. These are the people who have joined the channel. I'm part of that as well. I've joined the channel. I'm a mod as well, so you'll see me as a different color. But I got the oldest badge right now. People are asking, why is Yuki in the pits? Yuki is a pit lane start. Basically, they pulled a Max Verstappen and basically pulled his cart apart, put it back together with all new parts, including power unit pieces. So he broke Parc Ferme, so he's going to be a pit lane start. Would be back of the grid as well. I'd like to remind everyone, don't bother asking where you asked us live or where else. We're not going to tell you a pirate stream. We like our YouTube channel. We're not going to help you be a pirate. There's Cody. Hamilton shooting out the Hamilton emoji. This real, yes, this is going to be the real F1 race. You're going to see cars on track on the map, and you'll see timing data. You'll hear me give you commentary, but you won't see, the F1 TV or Sky Sports or ESPN, whatever. You won't actually see audio or the video from the race here, and that's intentional. Scott Kanaj, hi Grash, have a scone. For those who don't know, Scott does a football manager stream 4 days a week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Saturday. He's also a Ipswich fan. We will leave you, let him explain how he feels about the Ipswich game today. That was a quite experience hearing it from you. Again, those who don't know, Ipswich faced Wrexham in the Championship League today, and that was an interesting match, so to say. And I'm going to leave Scott to explain the rest. Now back to F1 again. So Sonoda's a pit lane start. That moves Hamilton up, who finished 20, moving to Yuki's spot at 19. Bartolotto is 18, 17, Antonelli. Albon's 16, Colbino 15. The Haas is 13, 14. Stroll will be 12. Stroll tried doing an intermediate tire in Q2, and it didn't work. The crossover wasn't ready yet, so he ends up qualifying 12th. It did not get into Q3. Hulkenberg also, the other one, got knocked out in Q2. That left Gasly, who's now in 10th, Leclerc in 9th. Isaac is at 8th. Alonso is 7th. Alonso finished 6th. Oscar finished 5th. That leaves the second row with Sainz and Russell, 3 and 4th. And then we got Norris and Verstappen, 1 and 2. So we've definitely got... Charles, there's no penalty for the gearbox issue? No, because... as far as I understand, the issue that he had was fixable, or it didn't require, it allowed a piece. So that wasn't an issue. Over in Twitch chat, we've got Vera, we got some Ackerman as well. Thank you guys for showing up. Got a good number already on YouTube, good number already here on Twitch, and growing for each side. Yeah, for those who didn't get what I was talking about, Yuki basically changed an engine, and it's all the engine parts got changed, as far as I can tell. I'd have to go back and look at what wasn't changed in this case. Again, we saw that last 2 weeks ago with Red Bull with Max Verstappen. So Max was a pit lane start. So see what Yuki does from the pit lane. We're only a few seconds away right now to the formation lap. blankets are off. Looks like they're coming off. Where's it coming in the real stream? I mean, I'm live right now. A couple people are not live. I cannot pronounce. It's kanji. My apology, but you have received a gift membership from Cody Kipping, so welcome to the family. Thank you, Cody, for gifting that membership. They'll have that membership active through this race and last two races of the season as well. And it is now 8 p.m. local time in Vegas, and we have started our formation lap. Mel has joined us over in Twitch chat. So right now we are in the formation lap, and that is Hamilton taking his sweet time to leave at the back of the grid. Yuki Tsunoda will be leaving out of the pit lane. He will come back into the pit lane. Again, one of the new rules, I think it was the rule this year, is that when you start a pit lane start, you actually have to do the formation lap. You leave pit lane for the formation lap, and then when you come back and you enter the pit lane for the to start. Cody asking $2 donation. Who do you think? Who do you think will win today? I'm in the Max Verstappen group right now. I'm like Max can do anything, so I'm going to say Max, even though that may not be the case. Again, he's only starting second, so that first turn, it's a short distance from the start finish line to turn one. We know Max. Max likes to send it on the inside. He's on the inside. Just say. There's more at risk for Lando to not finish this race. That puts Lando right now leading the championship. If he were not to finish the race, and let's say Oscar wins the race, he would be basically 5 points ahead of him. So we'll see. Can someone tell Jasmine in chat that they need to that they're behind? Sounds like they're not live. Why DS is able in lap one? It's just by rules. When you have the first lap of the race and the first lap when you restart, DRS is disabled. DNS will be enabled on lap 2. That's more rules. Shay here, giddy up, go Max and odds of tears. So. We've got like so it looks like my timing screen is faster than F1 TV. So I'm going to going with F1 TV in terms of timing. What lap is it? We are now lining up on the grid at the end of the formation lap right now. So waiting people to line up. Right now Hamilton is coming around to take his grid spot, and now he is in. Like the flag has been flown behind. 4 lights, 5 lights. We are now racing in Vegas. Now, what is going on? Something's going to happen here. There's a touch. One of the Aston Martin, no, one of the Racing Bulls hit, I think, another car. So it looks like Max has gotten ahead of everyone on that restart. George is about to pull ahead of Lando. You see that. Then his Sainz is back to fourth. Isaac is fifth. There was a yellow flag because there was bump and righty. I don't think anyone is out per se. Gasly is the loser and all of that. He lost 8 spots. Beerman's up 6 spots. So is Hamilton up 6 spots. Max and Russell are the big winners right now. Max is up a spot, Russell up 2, Norris is down to 2 spots, and Sainz is down a spot. And that is where lap 1 is going to be at the moment. Max has pulled ahead significantly. Max, Max. You see, Borello's off the back. Let's see what happened to him. You yellow flag, but I'm not sure what for which driver or why. They did say there was slippery sector in sector 2. So I think Borello is just slow is why the yellow flag. Stroll has stopped. Has he stopped? Yeah, but Stroll stopped somewhere, but I don't know where. There's Tsunoda coming back out of the pits. Barlow went into the pits. I'm trying to figure out why we're getting yellow flags. It's sector 2. Oh, Lawson just took damage. Oh, Lawson has significant damage. Looks like Oscar got around. Let's go take a look why. So Lawson has damage in his front wing. They're not showing him. And they're throwing out a virtual safety car. So let's go back and take a look. Here we go. So haven't shown why Lawson took damage. But that's part of why he is okay, yeah, so during the race start, Lawson hit Oscar. It bounced off him, and that's probably where he took his damage. So Norris had a bad start. Max is going to get ahead of him. Yeah, Norris missed his break point. It just did not do a great start. Misses break point, and Max just gets ahead and pulls ahead, and then allows basically Russell to get up on the inside and get past him. Oh, who? Oh, Bortoletto. So we're looking at Bortoletto here. This is not good. So Barlow goes inside, I think, one of the Aston Martin, hits one of the Alpines. The other Alpine was affected. Barlow gets going again. Now we're going to take a look at what happened with Lawson. So I understand what's happening. There's a lot of incident happening on the first lap. So one of the incidents that happened is that Lando got a bad start. Max got ahead of him. Russell got ahead of him, and then basically that pushed Norris to third. Sainz fell back because Russell got ahead of him on the start. All right, next piece. At the back of the grill, Borello plowed into, I think was Stroll, and that eventually, I think he basically took him out. He then both of the Alpines were involved in that incident as well. Yuki 16th after starting. So Yuki started on a medium tire, then was involved with the incident in the back of the field, and then came in and is got into 16th on hard tires. Again, I want to point out that Yuki basically was a pit lane start, so he's P20 to now P16 at the moment with effectively one lap before we for one lap. Kimi was involved with it. With I think there was a bunch of chaos in the back of the field, but he's up 2 places. Looking right now, what happened with Lawson? Lawson came in. Oh, he bounces off the tires with. Yeah, that was wheel-to-wheel contact with Oscar with Lawson. It's a question of where. Again, like turn one is in cars 5, Borletto, Colapino, and Stroll noted, causing a collision. That's Borletto plowing into Stroll. I think Colapino is a victim in this. And we're going back to green. Let's jump. So we're jumping back to green right now. It looks like, yeah, Borletto is now out. If he gets a penalty, that means that will be a grid place drop in Qatar. We'll see if he stays retired. So again, Borletto is under investigation for an incident with Stroll. Lawson had contact with Oscar. I don't. It's the question is who was ahead, and I couldn't tell at the moment. So looking right now, Norris is not catching Russell right now. No, right. So right now, Max is leading this race. He's a second ahead of Russell, and Norris is 1.7 seconds back. Sainz is over a second back. Isaac was within a second of Sainz. So he's still getting DRS. Oscar's now back 1.7. So right now, the big loser in all of this in the championship fight is Oscar, who's now behind both of his rivals, which is Max and Norris. Does Oscar have damage? I don't think Oscar has damage. He did touch wheels with Isaac, but not Isaac with Lawson, but I don't think he took any damage from that contact. So Cliff just passed Behrman on track. Again, someone happened. Again, we'll go over one more time. Norris got not a great start and didn't break well into turn one. That allowed Max to get ahead of him, and it also allowed Russell, who got ahead of Sainz, to get on side by side of him through turn 2, turn 3, and then pass him eventually. right now our fights is Russell has gotten within a second of Max. Isaac's still within a second of Sainz. Behrman is leading Alonso and Hulkenberg in a small train. Hamilton is behind Ocon. Our biggest movers so far are going up. Hamilton is up 7 positions. Yuki's up 4 positions. Behrman's up 6 positions. Isaac's up 3 positions. So is Albon. Our biggest losers right now, again, are Gasly and Lawson. The incident with Lawson early on lap 1 basically took damage and eventually had to pit for a new wing. He's down 12th. He started 6th. He's now 18th. And Gasly, who started 10th, is now 7 spots to. He was in a incident with up in the backfield with I believe Bortoletto was the start of that. What happened? Stroll got hit by Bortoletto. Bortoletto went to someone else. It was basically a ping pong festival back there with Bortoletto bowling into people. He currently Stroll's under investigation. Bortoletto's under Stroll's under investigation. Oscar's still under investigation right now. Does Oscar get a penalty? We're not sure yet. Either he or Lawson are getting a penalty. Yeah, so people who look again like Antonelli went 2 laps on the soft, is now gone to a hard tire. He has he basically has done 2 different compounds. So if he is a tire whisperer and can go the rest of the race on the hards, go for it. It's the same thing with Antonelli, Tsunoda, Gasly, Lawson. They've all done two compounds already. So if they go the rest of the race on those hard tires, they can go all the race to the hard tires. So again, right now, Russell's gained about another 10th. He's been between 0.75 and 0.59 in terms of a gap to Max. Max has got the fastest first and second sector once again, and that means he's also got the fastest lap. Now, there's no points to fastest lap anymore, but it is noted. Hamilton just took the fastest third sector. Asking what happened to Stroll and Bortoletto. Both of them had different incidents. Stroll was hit by Bortoletto, and Bortoletto managed to go around a little bit longer, but eventually retired. Thank you for the £10 donation, Paula, for the best channel out there and our fabulous friends on here. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for those who are watching on YouTube, those who are watching on Twitch. Fed is noting right now DRS has been re-enabled after the virtual safety car. It's been that way for, I think, a couple laps now, actually. So, incident between Oscar and Lawson, no further action. So they're just saying it's just a racing incident. What did the collision interval meeting? Okay, so if it's green, it means that the driver is chasing, is improving their time on the driver ahead. If it's just a green circle, I believe they're losing time. Actually, if it's full, it means they are in DRS range. If it's a circle, it means they're just gaining, but they're not in DRS range. My apologies. Wait, if Lando gets 8 podiums in the last couple of races? No, not necessarily. No, because if Lando gets third and Norris gets first, that's a 10-point swing. Why is Russell on DRS not catching Max? That's a good question. Max has actually broken DRS at this point. Um, it depends on how Max tends to push better and harder. It's really what I can say. Max has pushed. I mean, Max did two sectors that were the fastest two sectors. Fastest first second sector did the fastest lap over Russell. I mean, right now the last lap was 136.3, and Russell did 136.7. That's a 4/10 difference, more than a 4/10 difference, more 4.5, 4.5 difference between those two. Incident noting car 12 Antonelli noted false start moving before the signal. Okay, well, that's noted. We'll see. Next step will be investigated. See if they actually. Maybe blocking everyone. Yeah, but in we're in the race right now. He can, if he's driving safely, he can block as everyone as he can. He's basically leading a small DRS train effectively. It's almost a DRS train. Hulkenberg and Ocon are just outside 1 second, but he's leading that train all the way back to Albon. Start starting procedure, Albon. So we've got an investigation on Albon and Antonelli. So hi, Mackie. Missed the chaos of the first lap. Leviathan. It's gambling time, baby. Max for the win. Max right now is leading the race after passing Norris on lap 1. Got Dominguez shouting out for Yuki. You don't have to do it multiple times, my friend. One was enough. Look at what you guys are saying at the moment. Looking at what's going on track. Again, Max has now moved up 1.7 seconds. Russell is now 2.2 ahead of Norris. And he's now broken Sainz for 4.1 seconds. Isaac is only 1.1, but he is advancing. So he could be. See if he catches in DRS range soon on Sainz. Oscar is still within DRS range of Isaac. Leclerc is within range. He's now under a second. Bierman drops back another 5.9. Leclerc is bouncing in and out of DRS range. So it's going to be basically where he is at the detector. And it doesn't look like he's going to get DRS range this go around. So Isaac is asking to be aggressive. Again, that's important because he's got Oscar right behind him still. Clerk another half second between behind Oscar. So it is now official. Antonelli is under investigation for a false start. So we'll see if they throw out the penalty. So Leclerc is now trying to make a move on Oscar. And Oscar, he's got to get ahead of him. Oh my God, Leclerc just passed Oscar. So Oscar was trying to line up for a pass on Isaac. And next thing I look over, and Charles is ready. He's making a charge on Oscar and makes the pass for sixth place. So now the question, and he's now. So there's a big gap now from Oscar back to. So from Oscar to Leclerc. No, sorry, to Oscar to Isaac. Um, what's going on here? So where we are right now, Isaac is ahead of Leclerc by 4 seconds. He's now stalking him, and then we've got Oscar back almost a second back, and it looks like he might fall out of this soon. So right now Charles is stalking. He's now within 0.2 of Isaac. He's going to go for the move in the braking zone. He does, and he gets ahead of Isaac. It's a very clean pass too. I want to think about the 6,500 of you who are watching right now on YouTube, and the almost 100 of you of the watching on Twitch. Thank you so much. Carlos Sainz is very slow. No, he's not slow. He's in fourth position. He got passed by Russell, and then Russell eventually passed Norris on that first lap, and now he's still in the top four. Well, he's in his own little world right now. Did Albon pit? Albon did pit. Actually, he just pitted right now. Oh. So there was contact between Hamilton and Albon. Oh, they just showed the replay of that happening. Albon, I don't know. Albon needed to change his back wing effectively. Fight with a clerk. Yeah, Sainz. Give it a few laps. So now that Charles is ahead of Isaac, he's now charging to Sainz. So give it a lap or two before. Give it a lap or two before that fight happens. So Antonelli, who's right now 13th, is going to get a 5-second penalty for a false start moving before the signal. So a jump start for Antonelli. It's only 5 seconds. I mean, it's a jump start. And as it stands right now, he's 13th out of the points as it is. I mean, that brought him up. He's up 4 places, but I mean, that means he started way far back today. What happened to Stroll? Stroll got hit by Bortoleto, and he came out of the race. Gabby would go another few laps and then retire the car. The Alpines were involved in that as well. So they've noted the Hamilton, Albert Hamilton incident. Virtual safety car is coming out, and this is because that incident with Hamilton Albon, part of his Albon wings came off, and it's is it in the race? It's too close to the racing line for safety purposes. They've got marshals on the track picking up pieces. So on right now, lap 16 of 50, we are under a virtual safety car to let marshals clean the track of bits and pieces from a Williams wing that popped off. All right, so that we have now cleared that track. We're now back to uh, this is Oscar getting ahead of Isaac for sixth place. So the Albin Hamilton incident is going to be under investigation now. So it was noted, it's now under investigation. And DRS is now enabled. Now that we've gone back to green flag running, now on lap 17, we've now DRS enabled. And this is Alonso pitting. And I believe he went to a hard set of tires. He went 15 laps on his medium tire. Who has a penalty? It is Antonelli who currently has a penalty. Yeah, homophobia has no place in our chat, so thank you for coming and goodbye. Yeah, too many people are spamming chat right now. If you want to support a driver, just say that you don't have to say the name multiple times. We're just going to time you all out now. So Maxiteers, don't share right now. Russell coming in for hard tires. So Russell's going to fall back to 7th. Looks like he went 17 laps on a medium tire. Bimman's pitted. That's why he's down to 15th now. And he's going onto a hard tire. Looking at right now. Why Antonelli has a penalty? He did a jump start. He started moving before the lights turned out. So they're showing on F1 TV that if Lando pits now, it's point about a 3.51 predicted gap after the stop. Just looking at what you guys are saying right now, trying to keep any action on track at the moment. No, the only pro in DRS range right now is Hamilton on Ocon. Though again, Hamilton is under investigation for a collision with. So Albon under investigation for a start procedure infringement. So not sure what exactly that means in terms of what he did. He's also part of an investigation on Hamilton. As far as I can tell, Hamilton is potentially under investigation for a collision with Albon. Someone asking, is Vegas using a two-stop mandatory pit stop strategy? No, it's not mandatory. We are under normal rules here in Vegas. We will be under different rules, mandatory rules in Qatar because of how the track. But we'll talk about that when we get to free practice 1. Thanks for this live session for free. Buying this costs $24 a month for my parents. Wouldn't buy. Thanks for giving this live session for free. I mean, this is us doing a watch along with you guys. Equivalent, for a lot of people, this is like me, your friend on the couch, telling you what you don't know or what you should know. And then for a lot of you, I mean, don't get me wrong, I started watching streams like this before I became a mod and then eventually one of the commentators on this channel. So, that was like, oh man, 4 or 5 years ago? Yeah, I mean, like for those of you who are watching, just watching the stream, that's how I started with you guys. 5-second time penalty for Albon for causing a collision. Oh, that's different. I thought that was going to be on Hamilton, from what I saw. So that went in the opposite direction. Looks like Hamilton was ahead when that collision happened. Your landline doesn't allow cable TV, so this is it for me. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I'm only on a cable modem from Verizon. Quite honest, and I'm doing F1 TV, which will be Apple TV next year for me in the United States. Also, just passed Isaac for 6th place on the grid. His last lap was a 1:35.8, which is the fastest lap he's done. Last lap for Max was 1:35.7. Norris with a 1:35.6. Isaac is now pitting. So as it stands right now, the only things on on our timing tower that we have to be worried about is that Antonelli has a 5-second penalty, Albon's a 5-second penalty. There are no other investigations, and Isaac is now going to hard tires, 2.9 stop time, which is it's okay. It's on the slower side. It's not bad. It's not horrible. It's just not a great pit stop. So they're doing a reprimand for Albon for a starting procedure infringement. So that will probably be a decision document to be read later to figure out what exactly they were talking about. We are on lap 22 of 50. There are 29 laps to go. Right now, Max is leading this race. Norris is back to second. And that's due to Russell having done an pitting earlier. Sainz is currently third. Leclerc is fourth. Russell is just is taking fifth. Oscar is now pitting. He's done 21 laps on a medium tire, and he's going to a hard set of tires. So the dominant strategy has basically been a medium to hard tire this race. So we are now watching. I believe that is Leclerc now stalking Sainz for third position. Leclerc has been having a great drive, actually. He's had some great overtakes, and he's now fighting Leclerc for third with given pit order right now. And they're now down the straight. The strip, I should say. It's a 0.2 gap between Sainz and Leclerc at the moment. Sainz is going to box. So, yeah, Williams is going to come in to box, and that's going to give Norris is coming into pits. Was it 2.5 stop? Good, decent stop. And that's going to give Leclerc second position on the grid after Norris and Sainz pit. Norris is going to come out P4. Sainz comes out P9. That's going to be behind Antonelli, Ocon, and Hamilton. It's going to be ahead of Oscar on track. So we got Hulkenberg, Hamilton, Ocon yet to pit. And we got Max and Leclerc yet to pit. And Oscar's going to get past Sainz on track. Again, that's more of a condition of those hard tires were not ready to go full bore to make a defense. So more that allows basically Oscar to charge ahead. Right now, Oscar's 9th, Oscar and Sainz is 10th. So this is again we've got 3 people ahead of them that have yet to pit, and then we also got the leaders have yet to pit. Yeah, Lando cannot win the drivers' championship this weekend. There's still too many points left between Qatar and Abu Dhabi for that to happen. Max Verstappen can fall out of contention this weekend. That's the only thing that can happen this weekend. Yeah, a 20-second gap, but you got to remind you that Leclerc hasn't pitted. People in front of Leclerc haven't pitted, and Max hasn't pitted yet. So Leclerc pits now, he would be about second. That's what the F1 TV is saying, is that if Leclerc pitted now, he would be about a second behind Oscar. So we're saying they're about 20 seconds is the gap, is the expected loss on pit lane. Leclerc is going to be overtaken. Yeah, he will be overtaken when pitting. I mean, he is P2, and by virtue of the fact that Russell and Norris have pitted. And again, Hulkenberg, Hamilton, Ocon, Antonelli are probably ahead of him based on pit order as well. Now Hulkenberg, Hamilton, Ocon will probably, if they pitted, they would drop back further as well. So And here comes Leclerc coming into the pits. Again, he went 23 laps on those medium tires. So now it's a question of how long Max can go on those medium tires before people start catching up. Right number right now is 22.16. 22.1 is the gap from Russell to Verstappen. So if that starts collapsing, then they know they need to bring Max in to put in better tires. What he's doing for medium for 20? Well, I mean, he's in clean air. Zingo. Gotta remember, Max is in clean air, purely clean air. I mean, like there's nothing, and so he's be able to manage those tires better than anyone else. Brandon Davis asking any updates on the investigation of Lando. There's been no investigation on Lando. You're thinking of Oscar was under investigation because of Lawson. That ended up being a racing incident. Here's Max coming into pit. A 3-second stop time. That's a little slow, but not horrible. Not ideal. So Max was 21.7 in pits. He's going to come out just ahead of. He should be just ahead of Russell. So now the question is, can Russell catch Max while his tires are getting up to speed? Yeah, as Red Bull goes, 3 seconds is actually super slow for them. When did Russell pit? He pit, I think 8 laps ago. I think that the tire sequence is showing something weird. I know he's got at least 8 laps. So we're halfway through this race right now. You're listening to the Race Statistics channel. This is Grass with your live coverage of this race. We're halfway through it right now. We had recap of the first lap. We had a lot of action, a lot of chaos in that first lap. The biggest is that Norris basically did not have a great start, did not have a great turn one. Max got ahead of him, and then Russell, who got ahead of Sainz, got ahead of Norris. By pit order right now, we've seen Hulkenberg and Hamilton. No, he's gone to a hard tire. Okay, so we're looking at Antonelli again. Tire history seems a little off at the moment. I don't remember Antonelli ever going on the soft tires, so that's yeah. So don't. The tires that you're seeing right now in the first column are correct. How many laps between pits usually? Well, that depends on the tire they go on. So a hard tire can go at least 2/3 to 80% of the race if you manage them correctly. We're seeing Max just went 25 laps on a medium tire. We are seeing 20 to 25 laps was possible on that medium tire. Again, we still have Hulkenberg and Hamilton, Antonelli still on a hard. Well, sorry, Hulkenberg and Antonelli. Sorry, Hulkenberg and Hamilton still on a hard tire, who have not pitted yet, and we've got Ocon still on a medium tire. So again, you can go further beyond the operating range. So again, like 2025 is like the operating range of the medium tire. About 15 is the operating range of the soft tire. But if you manage those tires right, you can extend them more laps. Yeah, I would. And Hamilton and Antonelli right now, the two who have the big gainers right now. Though Hamilton has not stopped yet. He's still on his original hard tires from the start of the race. He's up 14 positions. he still has a pit stop to do. Same as Hulkenberg. He's up 7 positions. Ocon is now pitting. He went 26 laps on those medium tires. Ocon is going on to hard tires. Again, that's a medium to hard strategy for him. He's just went longer on those medium tires than anyone else. So it looks like Nico and Hamilton are going on a hard medium strategy. Colapino did that as well. He pitted 2 laps ago to go on from the hard to the medium tires. So they're going to try and go push those hard tires further so that you can get more operational window on those medium tires. Feels bad for Bordello. No, there's no feels bad for Bordello. Bordello rammed into Stroll. Has Kimi served his penalty? No. He should have. I don't think he has at the moment. So the 2 people with penalties are Antonelli and Albon. They have not pitted again. Yeah, do not. I'm sorry. You do not say X driver take out other driver. That's crass. We're just going to throw you from chat. We have standards here. Relax. Every lap over 20, I watch Max doing these meetings makes you worried. I think you and all the other Max tiers in the YouTube chat at the moment. Now, granted, he 3 laps ago did pit for hard tires. I think right now the only 2 people that we are still looking for in terms of a pit is Hulkenberg and Hamilton. Though Lawson is now pitting. He went 26 laps on a hard tire, going to a new set of hard tires. So he's going to go 22 laps on hard tires, it looks like. So we are on now lap 30. 21 laps to go in this race of a 50-lap race. Max is now leading us right now. Russell's 2.3 back. Norris is 3 seconds back. Then 7 back to Hulkenberg, which has Hamilton on his tail. Hamilton looks like is now pitting. So he was one of the 2 drivers we're looking at for when they would pit. Hamilton did 28 laps on a hard tire. With 21 laps to go, I suspect he will be going in onto mediums. That is the case. So this was a hard medium strategy for Hamilton. So Hulkenberg at this point is the last driver to pit for their mandatory change. Why did Sainz lose P3? Because he got passed. No, Hulkenberg not going to get P3. He has to pit. So he's effectively got like a 21 stop, 20 to 21 second stop. So right now the gap is 13.5. That would put him at 34.5, and that would put him just in front of a Hamilton when he stops. So that put him he's effectively in P9. So P5 through P9 are all 1 position higher. So Antonelli down to Isaac are actually one place ahead of where they are because Hulkenberg has not stopped yet. So after the chaos of that first lap and having a couple of virtual safety car to get debris off the track, we've now backed to strategy right now and with pit stops. That's ultimately what's happened. Well, Max lap Lawson. No, not currently. Not right now. Basically, Lawson is like a whole sector ahead of Max. So we've got Hamilton, Alonso, Bierman in a fight at the moment. Alonso is stalking Hamilton. Hulkenberg has pitted, by the way. And as predicted, he's come out ahead. Let's see. So Hulkenberg is ahead of Hamilton on track. As basically Hamilton is holding off on a charge from Alonso and Bierman. Ocon has come into close to that group as well. He's in view. That's at least something. In fact, I suspect McLaren might be cheating. And how would McLaren be cheating? Would you like to tell us? Why is there no DRS? There is DRS. Alonso and Bierman have DRS. And then Albon has DRS. Those are the only three drivers who have DRS currently right now. How is NWP4 a pit order craziness? But he also has a 5-second penalty to serve. We've got 19 laps to go right now. So we'll be 18 in a few seconds as Max comes to the line. Max right now is 3.5 seconds, 3.2 seconds ahead of Russell. Norris is only 1.2 behind. Then there's a huge gap, 11 seconds. Antonelli still has a 5-second penalty per, but that will put him effectively... probably drops him 2 places to behind Leclerc effectively right now. Who has a 5-second penalty? Antonelli does, and Albon has another 5-second penalty. And Ocon is passing Alonso. So it looks like Alonso has backed off after trying to chase after Hamilton. I want to thank Diamond and Flizu over in Twitch chat. Thank everyone over here on YouTube chat for being here. And we're at 18 laps to go. So Russell is concerned about Norris. He doesn't want to do something stupid and then lose the podium to him. He'd have to be him and Antonelli ultimately. Or if he's thinking something much more drastic, stupid. Okay, what you guys are saying. And Norris right now is in DRS range of Russell. That is part of his concern. So Norris asking if he wants to stay in DRS zone, if he wants him to overtake, and his engineer just told him to overtake so he can go after Max. So we are going to see a fight between Norris and Russell any moment now. The question is, what will George defending? it's about a car length to 2 car lengths. So George just took off on the straight, but the gap was down between those two was about a car length. So here comes Lando again on these curves. Lando is coming up on George. So right now at turn 13, they are down the strip. Here comes Lando. Lando's going around the outside. And he gets past him easily by turn 14. So again, this is partly why Vegas is a really good track. I mean, these overtake places are bountiful and plentiful and awesome. So now Norris has passed for second place. He's 5.1 behind Max, so that's the number to look at. That's the interval between interval gap, same thing because it's P1, P2. That's the value that we are looking at as Norris now is trying to make a charge on Max, and he's already under taken 2/10 on that. Max has 3 laps. They both are on new hard tires, but Max has a 3-lap advantage on him. Trying to think. So best lap right now, Max last lap was 134.4, and Norris with a 134.8. So there's a 4/10 difference in Max's on that last lap. So that was the last lap. But right now they're in sector 3 down the straight, the strip, I should say. It is interesting that GP just told Max what we all heard over the radio to Lando. So no, Ansel. If Norris comes second today, the champion is not over. Max, it's just that Max is 40 points back, and he's only cutting into a small amount. Again, the point number that we're looking at is, I believe, 58 points is the number to be mindful today. If let's say Norris gets ahead of Max and Max falls back, if Max is 59 points behind Lando, he's out of the championship. That number, so 58 is the number we're looking at. That comes from 2 races, so that's 25 points for winning, and then a sprint race, that's 8. So 58 is the number going into if Max is over 58 points, that now pushes him out of the championship. That's not likely going to happen. And right now, as it stands, Max is leading this race. I suspect he's going to win this race. That means he's going to take points on Norris. The next number that we're looking at will be 25 because we're going to have a sprint race and we'll have a GP next weekend in Qatar. So that's where Max is likely going to go out of contention at that race. And also, 25 is the number for Oscar. If Oscar falls back even further, like right now, Oscar is 5th. So basically, that will put him above 25. So that again, when we concern about the championship, Albon's coming in the pit. I think he's being retired. He is coming into being pulled into the in the garage. So I think he's being retired. But again, getting back, 25 points is going to be the number that's going to be important next weekend for Lando the clinch. I think Oscar's going to get P3, but P3 is not going to help unless Lando drops below P4 or lower. Like, I mean, Oscar, let's say Oscar gets past Antonelli, gets past Russell. He's still behind Norris. He's going to lose points to Norris in the championship fight. Are Norris and Verstappen going to pit? Nope, they are on hard tires for the rest of the race. We've got 13 laps to go. They're not. Albon has served his 5-second penalty, so that only leaves Antonelli with a penalty to be served right now. Yeah, Brandon is correct right now. McLaren has already won the Constructors' Championship. So now what's up for fight? So what's up for fight is still the second, third, fourth. The all the other places under McLaren right now are still up for grabs. And then the World Championship, the World Drivers' Championship is still up for grabs. Albon took damage during this race, so I'm not surprised he has retired. And again, he's not going to earn any points. So it's really, if you got damage and other issues, there's no point to put pressure on the car that could cause more damage. We got 12 laps to go in this race right now. It's probably a little more than 20 minutes. It says it's 12 laps. They were doing about 135. Yeah, maybe about 20. We'll see. We'll see how we go. Again, if we get any flags, that will extend this race out a little bit longer. So as it stands right now, Max Verstappen is leading this race. He's got the best lap of the race right now. That's a 134.2. His last lap was 134.3. He is slightly slower than Norris, but he's 5.3, probably 5.5 back. So like Max is right now extending on Norris right now. Is it wet drive? No, it's not a wet drive. It's been dry all day, and it was dry in the F1 Academy race as well. We didn't get the rain like we did yesterday. Looking at right now, we are 11 laps ago. Max just crossed the line, is now in the first DRS zone after turn 4. Yeah, guys, don't taunt the other users. Those are saying X is a crybaby. Come on. Looking right now, we've got Lawson on DRS range of Colapino, Alonso within range of Behrman, Leclerc, Oscar, and Antonelli in a small scrap at the moment. I believe that basically 22. The second tire number is what Russell's actual number is. I think there's something went wrong with the board that we've got, and it's showing 1 in front of that 22 for some reason. What happened to Albon? Albon basically took damage had a collision with Hamilton, and he took the brunt of that. Lost part of his wing. It looks like there's been more damage to the car. And so to reduce, that's putting stress on the car that normally should not be there. Yeah, right now we are looking at, um, the World Championship fight is going to go to Qatar with Max in contention for championship. It's going to be huge. He's going to have to make a lot of points to stay in contention. But right now, as it stands, Max will stay in contention for the World Drivers' Championship. Again, the other penalty that we have right now still on the board is Antonelli. That was a jump start penalty at the beginning of the race. He has not served it, though. What happened to Lawson? Was he in the top 10 in quality? Yeah, Lawson was hit. He bounced off of his wheels bounced off of Oscar in lap one, and then somewhere else he took more damage, and then had to pit. So that's why he's now down 16, unfortunately. When did Max pit? He pitted 16 laps ago, and he's been on 16 on hard tires. There's 9 laps to go in this race. He's going to finish on those hard tires. George overtake Lando Norris? Not anytime soon. He's like 7 seconds back now. Yeah, so the top 4 have spread out several seconds now. Then we've got Antonelli leading Oscar and Leclerc, which is the one place to look for a fight. And then now Alonso and Behrman is the only other place for a fight. Kimi did pit, so just so you know, he did pit for tires, so he's gone 39 laps on those hard tires. So as it stands right now, because Antonelli has that penalty, Oscar's effectively 4th on the grid. He's in a virtual 4th position. Can Max still win the championship if Norris is second? The answer is technically a yes, likely a no. He needs Norris to fall back further. He needs, again, it's a 25 to 8 to versus 18. So it's a 7-point gain for Max. That's not enough for Max to really. It keeps him in the fight, but it's not enough to push him forward to keep this in contention after Qatar. It will be added at the end of the race. He may also get penalty points as well. Max doing the fastest lap again. Norris just did has the fastest lap. You see. Max does his best lap so far, 134.026. So that's two tenths faster than Norris, and now we're looking at 6 seconds. So Max has now pulled ahead 6 seconds. We've got 7 laps to go. These lap times are not, these gaps are not. So in the top 4, these gaps are not changing. The only change that might we see is Leclerc, Oscar, Antonelli. Right now, they're within a second of each other. Um, Looking at what you guys doing at the moment. So Oscar's falling back a second behind Antonelli, but Leclerc is 0.6 behind. Let's see if Leclerc takes advantage of Oscar falling back. Uh, if Franco slows down Max, it's going to be marginal because he'll be given a blue flag. You'll have to let him by. Same for Lawson as Max is coming up. Again, as he laps him, Norris will have to deal with them as traffic as well. It looks like Leclerc, Antonelli, Leclerc, Russell. Antonelli, Oscar, Leclerc have spread out. Max is coming up on Franco at the moment. Done blue flag for Max yet? Yeah, Colapino has been waved the blue flag, so he's going to have to let Max pass very soon. I suspect Max, as they get past turn 3, Max is going to pass Franco. And he does. So Franco has been lapped by Max. And we're only now a few moments away from Max catches up to Lawson, and blue flags away for him as well. Yeah, so whatever happens with Colapino and Max is going to happen again with him and Norris. And I'll be honest with you, it looks like Max has actually gained on Norris since passing Franco. So. So 5 laps to go. So Antonelli is now pulled 1.3 ahead of Oscar. So Oscar is clear out of DRS range. Leclerc is still within DRS range of Oscar. He's 0.8 behind, and is he going to use that to his advantage? You guys are being crass in chat. I'm just going to tell you right now, we have kids in this chat, so if you're going to be thirsty, go somewhere else. So again, right now, Max Verstappen is leading this race. Norris is second, but he's 8.6 back. Russell is 11.6 back. The next of group is Antonelli. He's 4.7 back, but it's important that Oscar is now 1.4 back. Leclerc is now just slightly out of DRS range, so they're spread out again. Sainz is 7th. He's 4.1 back. Isaac is 10 seconds back. Hulkenberg is just about 6 seconds back. And then Hamilton is 8.6 seconds back. And that's our top 10. Ocon, Bierman, 11, 12. Alonso, 13th. Tsunoda, 14th. Gasly, 15th. Lawson, 16th. Colpino, 17th. He is currently lapped. Max is now chasing down Lawson. He will probably catch him. Okay, no, blue flags haven't moved yet. He's probably going to get lapped in this lap, most likely. Given he's in the sister team, he will make it as easy as possible for Max to get by him. The gap to Norris right now is 10.3. So Lando is not trying to push. He's not trying. He's keeping his P2 position and not worried. Yeah, I mean, like the gap to Russell is 21 seconds. The gap to Antonelli is 24 seconds. Now he has a 5-second penalty, so that would put him at 24.5. That would be 29.5. That would rob him behind Leclerc. So Antonelli has a potentially to lose 2 places based on that 5-second penalty for jumping the gun at the start of the race. No, Kimi does not need to pit. Pitting right now would lose 26 seconds as opposed to just 5 seconds. Oh, we've got 2 laps to go. It looks like Catherine Zeta-Jones is going to be waving our checkered flag. That's awesome. She's an Academy Award-winning actress. I hot as heck as well. I can say. Catherine Zeta-Jones is waving the flag. She's an actress. Very, very Academy Award winning. A lot of you've seen her in something, if you're of any of age. And we are on the final lap now with Max. So again, thank you for shouting out for me. Again, we are on the final lap again. I want to thank TotalMotorsports.com for hosting us this weekend. I want to thank everyone who's been here, either on YouTube, on Twitch. Yeah, Norris is fading, and I don't know why he's fading. But he doesn't have to push the car. I mean, he was 10 seconds ahead of Russell, as it was anyway. So we're still on the final lap. Max is only in the second sector. So the gap right now, Norris is going to gain 18 points. Oscar's going to gain 10 points, and Max is going to earn 25 points. So Max Verstappen is still in contention for the World Championship. Here is Max coming to the last corner right now. And he is going to take the first one to check the checkered flag. Max Verstappen winning this race. We've got to wait about 20 seconds before Norris comes across the line. Something has been up with Norris's car at the end of this race. But Norris is going to come across the line second. Russell's going to come across the line third. Anthony will come across the line fourth, but he's going to get 5-second penalty automatically. It's going to drop him behind Oscar. Actually, he's going to... So Oscar's going to finish fifth on the track, but fourth after the penalty. Anthony's only dropped one position to fifth. Leclerc is going to finish sixth. Heinz is going to finish seventh. We're waiting for Isaac, Hulkenberg, and Hamilton to cross the line. Isaac just crossed for ninth. And we've got Hulkenberg crossing the line for ninth, and here comes Hamilton for the last spot, 10th. So that's a 19th to 10th position change for Hamilton. Anthony started 17th, started 5th. That's 12 positions up. So our big movers this weekend. Clerk was up 3 places. Snow only managed to get up to 6 places to 14th, unfortunately. And that is going to be our race for Vegas, everyone. Wild Saturday night. Some of you, it's Sunday morning already. Hey, bring up the calendar. Next time we will be live will be Friday the 28th. So we're back to normal FP1, FP2. Actually, we will have FP1 and a sprint race next weekend. So on the 28th, we will do FP1 and sprint quali. On the 29th, we'll be doing the sprint race and quali. And then on Sunday the 30th, we'll be doing the race itself in Qatar. We'll talk about Qatar because there's special... Basically, there are going to be special tire rules for Qatar because of how that track is set up. We'll talk about those when we get to FP1 on the 28th. So, for everyone here at the Race 66 channel, for everyone who was here anytime part of this weekend, I want to thank everyone. We will see you again on next Friday for pre-practice 1 and sprint quali. Take care, everyone. We'll see you soon.